Thanks for tuning in, everybody. My name is Brock Page, and I'm still doing random sports picks for fun. You also might be surprised as to who I'm picking in the NBA today. If you just can't wait and you want to save yourself some time, check out my picks for this video in the description section below. Once again, I have to remind you that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, good ain't free, and free ain't good. If for some reason you decide to use the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. And with that said, let's get into some picks for April 5th. First game I have for you, it is going to be Miami at Charlotte. The betting opened up with the Hornets as the 2.5-point favorites, and the total points at 208.5. Since then, Charlotte's now just -2 against the spread, with the total moving downward to an even 207. Currently, the Hornets are laying 130 on the money line, and at the moment, 67% of the bettors think the Hornets will get the job done. Speaking of Charlotte, they're trying to make a push here toward the end, winning and covering in 3 of their last 4. They're facing a Miami team who's been great against the number all year round, but has failed to cover in 3 of their last 4. Overall, however, Miami does cover nearly 60% of their games overall. Meanwhile, on the other side, Charlotte's covered just 46% of their games overall this year. Miami's also 20-10 against the spread as the official road underdog. On the other side, the Hornets covered just 38% in the second game of a back-to-back. On a lighter note, Charlotte's last 4 games have all gone over the total posted points. All that said, I'm ready to make my pick, and I'm in full disagreement with the bettors here. I think the field gets decimated in this one. I'm thinking the underdog Miami Heat at +2 will get the job done against the spread. When it comes to the total points, I'm once again in full disagreement with the bettors on that one there as well, as I think this one goes over 207. And when it comes to the money line cash, I think the Miami Heat win this one on the road. Next and final game for the show. Only 2 lines out so far today. Next and final game, Detroit hosting Toronto. The betting opened up with the Raptors as the 1-point favorite, with the total points at 196. Since then, the Detroit Pistons are now -1 against the spread, with the total points moving upward to an even 198. Currently, the Pistons are laying 120 on the money line, and at the moment, 73% of the bettors think Toronto will get the job done. Speaking of the Raptors, they're struggling against the number as of late, failing to cover in 3 of their last 4. Toronto's also covering just 48% of the games versus teams allowing more than 102 a game. They're facing a Detroit team who's a solid 23-16 against the spread at home. More recently, the Pistons have successfully covered the spread in 2 of their last 3 contests. Before last night's action, the Toronto Raptors' previous 3 games had all gone over the total posted points. All that said, I'm ready to make my pick as I once again think the bettors are in a world of trouble on this one. I think the Detroit Pistons at just -1 at home will get the job done against the spread. When it comes to the total points, I am back in full agreement with the bettors on this one, as I think this one goes over 198. And when it comes to the money line cash, I think the Pistons win this one at home. All right, guys, that is going to do it for me. Thanks for bearing with me. As you can see, I'm on vacation right now. Once again, I have to remind you that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, good ain't free, and free ain't good. If for some reason you decide to use the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. For Brock Page, predictions and sports picks, I'm Brock Page, and have yourself a positive day.